Hi everyone, my name is Marilee and I'm here to show you how I use Seint Beauty products. So I'm like a new recent user of Seint Beauty. I actually got my first package with the items that I'm going to show you about 10 days ago, and I've been using it every day since. And I want to show you how I apply it, some of the troubleshooting or like tricks that I have determined work best on my skin, and basically share my real love for it. So I'm coming to you with fresh face. All I have on here is sunscreen. I use the Josie Maran 47, I believe, SPF. As far as my lighting, I have my room lights on and a ring light that's up here, and then natural light coming in from the windows. I don't have anything else. So if you see some shadows, I just wanted to show you this as naturally as I could. My skin type is combination. I am oily in my T-zone, and that's about it. Although I've been a little bit dry in my forehead recently, but that's pretty much it. I'm 39 years old, so I have, what do you call it, more mature skin or whatever, and I love makeup. So I have lots and lots of makeup, lots of beauty products, but I've been surprised at how much I've really been enjoying this makeup. So let me show you what I have, and then I will actually put it on with you, and then talk to you about what I think about it. So I got this packaging, they call it a double decker. So there is the top portion of the palette with a mirror, and then the bottom portion of the palette. So in total, I have 8 pans of product. So the pans that I have, and I'll just kind of go through them so it's upside down here. This is a shade Candlelight, and this is a shade Linen. In Seint Beauty, they call these highlights. So this, I mean, for the rest of us who don't use this makeup usually, this would be like your all over foundation color, and this is your highlight or your concealer. I really use it as a brightening concealer. Then I have the color Ash, which is my contour. I have the Bella bronzer. Did I say that these are all cream? They're all cream. So Bella bronzer there. And then on my lower level, I have 2 blushes. I have the Hollywood blush and the Sandstone blush. Then this powder highlight in, they call it an illuminator in the color Glamazing, which I love that name. And then I have the Vanilla Dust Powder, I believe it's called. I'm just checking. Yes, Vanilla Dust Powder as an overall powder. So this carries, I mean, what's amazing about it, and I will say what's wonderful about it, is it's your whole face. And if I want to pop out one of these blushes, I can add 2 eyeshadows, and then it really becomes my whole face. Now for me, I can use some of the cream contours or the cream bronzer as a little bit of a contour shade in my lid, in my crease, and then use the highlight or the illuminator all on my lid. So what I'm saying is I really can get a full look. This with the mascara and something in your brows, I think has the ability to create an entire face of makeup, which I love. I will say I've added a couple things to help with the longevity of the makeup, and I'll kind of show you them. So with my order, I also got these 2 brushes. I think you really could have 1 brush with this makeup, but this is the double, the blush and bronzer brush, excuse me. And this is the, I don't know if they call it, oh, it's the 3D brush. I've been trying to figure out what those, I've been trying to say ILD, like what is wrong with me? But anyway, the 3D brush, which has this little bit of a shorter, kind of almost like a kabuki, but a little pinched, and then this pointed end. I do use both of these for my whole look. And then the things that I've added just that help me out a little bit is number 1, a oil controlling primer spray. This is from e.l.f. It's really inexpensive. I really, really like this. And I also use the, I always forget what this is because the writing has come off, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I use a little bit of that. And then I do use a setting spray when I'm done. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible. That one's really old. This is a new one that I got in a BoxyCharm, the Rose Water setting spray. Both of them work pretty well. So I'm going to start applying my makeup, and then I'll talk to you about kind of the strategies, just a little bit of lip balm here. So, oh, one more thing. I do use a sponge between. So this is the e.l.f. complexion sponge, really inexpensive. Okay, so here's what I want to say about this makeup. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to insert some pictures right now showing you not only my, I'm spraying the e.l.f. spray, not only my very first time using it, so you'll see kind of my application the first time I used it, I just sped it up, but I also included some of the images of this makeup on my skin. And what I love about this, and actually my friend was over yesterday, I said, oh my God, did you see my picture of my skin? I really like this makeup. And she's like, oh, I thought you were showing me your mascara. And that's what's amazing about it, because she thought my actual skin looked like it. Not that I had this full face of makeup on. So I think that's amazing. So, okay. So when you're now back with me, and if you look at my face, so here's what I'm dealing with. I did do my eyebrows. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I have some discoloration. I don't know if you're going to see it totally, but I have some here. And as the summer goes on, I will get some hyperpigmentation up on my cheeks and also on my upper lip. I have dark circles. I'm a mom of 3, so you know, who doesn't have dark circles? Although I did sleep well last night, but I have some dark circles underneath. And overall, I'm looking like my neck and my face are a different color, even though I use sunscreen every day. What am I gonna do? But I'm always looking for, you know, some good coverage and then some some contour and highlight kind of thing. So here's how I use this makeup. So first, like I said, I spray the e.l.f. primer all over my skin. I just pat that in with the sponge. And then I go into the product. So how I've enjoyed using it, you'll see people online dot everything all over their face. I have liked to do it a little bit in sections. If I'm in a bit of a rush, then I will put all my dots first and then I will blend. But I like doing this. So I am just putting my finger in the product just a little bit. It warms up in my hand, and then I'm just dotting it all over my skin. So I am not dotting it in where I'm going to put my contour and my blush. I'm also not dotting it on my nose because I'm going to contour that, even though that's not something I normally do. So I just kind of dot it all over. And I use my 3D brush, the one that has a little pinch of a kabuki, and I blend in. Now with this product, if you're watching this, you probably have this, or maybe you're thinking of getting it. They have people, they're called makeup artists, and the makeup artists, they're not like technical makeup artists as far as like trained, but they do get trained, I guess, to do this. But they color match you. So the woman who color matched me is Anna Daly. She is fabulous. She posts really great fashion things and also this makeup on Instagram and TikTok. So I'll leave her information down below if you're interested in ordering it after you see my review. I am not one of the makeup artists. At this point, I don't think I've used it enough to be able to say that, but or to do that, but I do really enjoy this makeup. So when I blend that in, it just provides a little bit of coverage. You can build this up much higher, but I like about that much coverage for the initial, okay? So the next I'm gonna dip into Linen, which is my, what I call my concealer, but they call their highlight. So I'm just gonna pat that where I would use concealer, so under my eye. I don't go in directly with a brush. I think you probably could, but I like the idea of warming it up a little bit in my face. So I dot it under my eye, in the middle of my forehead, and then down the bridge of my nose. And I think I look great. It's just like this. And now I'm gonna use the pointed end of the 3D brush, and I'm just using patting motions to blend that in. And this is a very brightening shade. I think as the summer goes on, I'm already wishful thinking for the summer. Anyway, as the summer goes on, I could deepen this shade just one so that it's not such a contrast to my skin. So I just pat that in like so, and I think it creates a really nice brightening effect. Now, I like to set that right away. I don't think this makeup, like, you have to set it, but I do enjoy setting it. I like the way that looks. So I'm just gonna put the same pointed end into the vanilla powder, and I just set it a little bit. I find that this lasts with longevity. And that is the number one, I would say, complaint I have with this product as far as the longevity. Now, I am a teacher and I wear a mask every day, so not much is lasting under my mask. This does not rub off on my mask, but I do find it, especially the parts that are under the mask, overall has disappeared by the end of the day. But what hasn't disappeared is what's under my eye, which is the part that is like most important to me during the day. So the things that I'm doing have helped with longevity. And if you're not wearing a mask, I think it wears very beautifully. And by the time it wears off, it's a very graceful wearing off. So if any of you have had, makeup wear off and it wears off in like horrible spots and you look crazy, that's not what happens here. All right, so I have my brightening, I have my kind of all over foundation, and now I'm going to use the contour. And again, I warm this up in my fingers. This one's a little bit more firmly pressed and everything blends very well. So I know that color looks super scary, but it blends so well on the skin. Then I just rub a little, learned this from all the videos I saw before I purchased. So just right down my nose, looking cute. And now I'm going to use the bronzer and blush brush, and I am going to just blend that. So if I'm not talking, I do find that this is very fast makeup. Number one, because you're not pulling in a bunch of palettes or products. And then number two, because it's just easy to blend. Okay, and at this point, once I have these three products on, I do like to just take my dampened sponge and just do a little bit of just perfecting. Okay, now for some people, this would be it. Remember, I'm overall a natural light except one ring light. So this would be it for some, but we are not some. So now I'm gonna go into the Bella Bronzer. This, of all the products, is incredibly pigmented. So when I first put it on, I was like, whoa, Nelly, I need a little extra color today because yellow is not usually a color I wear because I feel like it washes me out. So a little bit of bronzer will solve that. I like it. But do you see how my skin still shines through? Like, this is not greasy. That's not what you're seeing. It's like literally how my skin, I wish, looked by itself. All right, so again, for some people, you'd be done with this. We have bronzer, we have contour on, we have the highlight, and we have concealer and foundation. But now I'm going to use a little bit of blush. So I've really been loving both of these shades. I'll just do a little swatch. Pinkier one. This one looks pretty scary, but it's not. It's a beautiful nude color. I'm going to go for the little bit of a pinkier blush today. So I just dot it where I'd like it. I still like blush pretty close to the apple of my cheeks. I find that quite flattering. And again, I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my bronzer and just blend that in. I have not tried blending this all with my fingers. I think you probably could. And anytime, if I want to take this palette with me, I think I would just use my fingers. I wouldn't bring the brushes. Okay, feeling great. So now I'm going to use a little bit of highlight. So this is the Glamazing highlight. Oh my God, look at that. It's like amazing. And it becomes, when you blend it, just such a beautiful highlight. Reminds me a little bit of Cookie from Benefit, although a tiny bit less pink. Now this is the only place that I add a different brush because I like to really work it into my skin, and I think that this is a little bit too dense. This would probably work, but then that's a little bit too big. So I use this small end of a Persona brush because I like that. I dip in and get ready for that. Like, what is this? It's amazing. No, I don't. I think I got excited. I don't usually bring my highlight down that far, but I'll fix it. A little intense on that nose contour today. I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. All right, so I'm going back in with my sponge and I will just sponge that. Also fix some of this contour. Go. That is this whole palette on my face. Now this, with the mascara, I think, and your brows done, I think this is like a perfect everyday look. Really, really easy to put on. And then I'm just gonna top it, like I said, with my Rimmel powder. I think the powder, the vanilla dust powder, is great. This is just a powder that I love and really trust. So I just put that basically over my face. I avoid the kind of contour and blush and highlight area just because that's not an area that I ever have trouble with. But there you go. And even after I set with this powder, you could still see, you know, the glow on my skin, again, in overall natural light. And to that end, I'll even shut off my ring light so that you can really see what this looks like. Because although I love makeup that looks good for Instagram and YouTube, I think we also need to have makeup that looks like normal in real life. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup. I'm just gonna do my eye makeup, and then I will be right back and show you kind of the finished product and give you my thoughts. All right, and here is my finished look. So as far as products go, I used pretty much my favorite palette of all time, the Persona Identity palette. It's a great palette, a mix of mattes and shimmers. I just always love the looks that I get out of it. And then for mascara, I use the Maybelline Sky High Mascara on the top and then the Thrive Cosmetics on the bottom. I did not set my face yet, so I will do that. I usually set my face before I put mascara on, but I forgot. So hopefully this doesn't mess everything up. And I just put a little bit of that. Makeup setting spray is something you can use all day long. I don't usually, I bring a little bag of makeup with me, but I don't have a setting spray in there. Might be a good thing for me to do. But, oh, and on my lips, I have these L'Oreal liquid lipsticks. I have the shade 416 and 414 on my lips in a mix. So here are my final thoughts about this makeup. I really like it. I think it is super convenient. I think the fact that I can have so much in one palette, and you can use these blushes as lipsticks too. So the fact that I can do so much in literally, you know, the size of my hand, is pretty amazing to me, that you can apply this with your fingers if you need to. So that's really great if you're a person on the move. I remember when I first had my children, I have 3, and my first 2 are 18 months apart. When I had them, I would like do my makeup in the car. I would drive to work and then throw on my face and then get into the building. And I think if I had something like this, that would be incredibly convenient because I could just dot, 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 blend, 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 and get into the building and feel really confident with how my face looks. I don't, you know, I'm personally not a person that, that was really great. Anyway, I am not a person who always wants, you know, the fullest coverage. I want my skin to look good and I want to look pretty and feel pretty, but I'm not a person that wants like crazy coverage. If you are a person that wants full bulletproof makeup, I'm not sure. I haven't tried to take this makeup all the way to super full coverage. So maybe some other channels have done that. I personally haven't. But if you're a person that wants to be able to put on your face really quickly, you like cream products, these are petroleum based and I've had 0 problems with them on my skin. I will say that I feel, I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but my skin is loving this makeup lately. So I think there's something that happens with this makeup and the kind of moisture that it provides and stuff like that. So if you're a person that wants to put on your makeup quickly, you want a finished look, you don't have time for a whole bunch of different palettes, or you don't have the physical space, I have an entire office and half of it I use for my makeup. So I have a lot of room in my life. However, there were many a year where I was putting on makeup in my bathroom, and to be able just to bring this with you wherever you go, customize it, change the colors out as you feel, and change the foundation colors out as you need to, I think that is incredibly, that's wonderful, to be honest. That's like an easy thing. They come in these little tiny tins, so it's very easy to store these as well. You can kind of pop them in and out as you choose. And I just have really liked it. I will say about the company, let me just address that. So when I got it, my Glamazing was busted. This is the old one. I repressed as much as I could back in the packaging. They immediately sent me on another one. Like I think I got it within 2 days. So I just messaged them. They got me another one. This is a direct sales company, although you can buy the products online, and that's actually who I contacted in order to replace my product. Like I said, I was color matched by my makeup artist, but you can directly order from the website if you don't like doing direct sales. I've not felt pushed at all. by my makeup artist to join, to buy more makeup, anything. Like, you know, she gave me the product. She said, if I'm interested one day in becoming a makeup artist, I can, but it's not anything that, you know, was pushed upon me or I feel like I'm seeing it all the time or I have to deal with it. I just feel like I got a really great set of makeup and it's super convenient. This is what I will be traveling with this summer when I go we always rent a beach house. So I will be bringing this with me because it is just easy, simple, and I know I'm gonna like my looks. So I hope this was interesting for you. I hope you learned a little bit about this makeup. If you have any questions or if you use it and you have any troubleshooting techniques for me, please let me know. And I always film and post on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I would love for you to subscribe or just come back and join me. Hey, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye-bye.